Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This is an issue that stirs up a lot of emotion and a lot of passion. There's no doubt that there's reasonable and well-intentioned people on both sides of it. It's complicated, it's complex, it has competing emotions, intentions, and implications. I've seen the impact of this policy directly. I served in the United States Marine Corps for 10 years during the implementation of Don't Ask, Don't Tell. I served on American soil, I served on foreign soil, I served in humanitarian missions, in peacetime missions, in combat deployments. I served in times of peace and I served in times of war. I fought in the Sunni Triangle region of Iraq in 2004 during one of the most violent and dangerous periods of that entire conflict. And I want to stress that you do not need to have served in the military, you do not need to have served in uniform to have a heartfelt or deeply convicted position on this issue. But I think that my experiences give me a unique perspective that I want to share. My time in the Marine Corps was a remarkable one. I served with some of the finest individuals you will ever meet. I saw people make tremendous sacrifices, some of them making the ultimate sacrifice. I grew to love the Marine Corps, the military. I liked the people, its culture, its way of life, its good order and discipline. Things start on time. You move efficiently from point A to point B. You can imagine as a legislator, I often miss my time in the military. But there are also unique circumstances of military service and military life, in particular combat environments that require special consideration. What might work or be acceptable in the private sector or in government doesn't always work in the military or in combat. In the Marine Corps, we tried to define these special characteristics, these core values, the foundation of what it takes to be successful in these difficult environments, in these challenging circumstances you find yourself in. We tried to define them. The Marine Corps, those core values are honor, courage, and commitment. That's what it takes. Having those three, plus a willingness to risk your life for your country, for your fellow Marine, takes a very special individual, and it's not an obligation that should be entered into lightly. And so I believe that any American that has those core values of honor, courage, and commitment, and any American that's willing to risk their life for their country should have the opportunity to serve openly and honorably. And I rise today in support of this resolution. I didn't think the policy of Don't Ask, Don't Tell made sense when I served in peacetime. I didn't think it made sense when I served in combat, and I don't think it makes sense today. There's nothing in someone's sexual orientation that affects their love of country, that affects their patriotism, that affects their commitment to their fellow Marine or serviceman or our great nation, and there's certainly nothing that affects their ability to give their life. Indeed, many already have. We need to recruit and train the very best of our society for military service. The strongest, the smartest, the most committed, and the most dedicated. And it's time we remove the barrier that stops some of our amazing individuals from serving openly. I support this resolution, and I hope the federal government will work with military leaders to change this policy. It's the right thing to do. It's time. Thank you.